Hey guys, Divine Pisces 222. I'm back. I just kind of had a bit of an epiphany and I received kind of a message that I wanted to share real quick. So I don't know if a lot of you or any of you really, it's a kind of an obscure movie, but if any of you have heard of the movie What Dreams May Come, I know it's based on a book. The premise of the story, of course, is it's Robin Williams plays a man named Chris, and he meets a woman named Annie, and it basically goes from there, talking about what happens to us when we die. I was really drawn for some reason to watch this movie today. I haven't seen it in years, and it's definitely a tearjerker. And I've watched this movie before, never really understanding, I guess. I loved the message, but I never really understood it until now. And I just kind of wanted to share this real quick about what the message I received was and kind of wanted to share it with the collective. So, for those who don't know, again, the movie's called What Dreams May Come. But I believe it's actually a perfect metaphor for the soul's journey, specifically the twin flame journey. And like I said in the story, I actually believe that Robin Williams' character, Chris, is actually the divine feminine in the story, and his wife, Annie, is the divine masculine. They end up at the beginning of the movie meeting synchronistically, getting married, having children, and of course, seemingly living happily ever after. Then they lose their children in a car crash. 4 years later, Robin Williams' character ends up dying as well, leaving his wife behind. This ends up basically waking him up to the connection that they share, and he has a very hard time letting her go. He basically wants to stay around her because he knows she feels him, and he doesn't want to lose her, not, of course, realizing that they're already connected, right? And as he stays around, she ends up pretty much almost losing her mind. And once he realizes that him staying around or chasing her only makes her want to run, he ends up giving up and moves on to the next plane. It's here that he actually discovers that the connection they share is a twin flame connection. They mistakenly call it soulmates in the movie, but the message is for twin flames. How they feel the connection even in death, right? After a while, Annie ends up actually killing herself and is cast into hell, or what they call hell. This to me definitely symbolizes the dark night of the soul that the divine masculine does go through once the divine feminine withdraws. And so Robin Williams' character decides that he will go into hell in order to pull his wife out. And she's basically in there in complete denial of what she's done, and in complete denial of what is happening to her, not realizing what she's done. And so what he does is he follows the connection to her, which basically allows him to find her in hell. And he goes in and tries to basically wake her up, reminding her of who she is and who he is. Okay, this is definitely a perfect depiction of how important it is for the divine feminine to connect with the divine masculine during the time of the dark night of the soul. Now, in the end, he does try, but he can't wake her up, so he feels that it's definitely hopeless, and he's unable to wake her up in order to bring her out of the hell she's in, so he gives up, right? He surrenders himself to the situation. He goes back in and basically wants to be with her in hell, right? Which, of course, in the end, once he surrenders this, Annie just wakes right up, right? Divine masculine wakes up. So again, this is just a perfect lesson. It's just basically, a depiction of how the divine feminine must surrender in order for her divine masculine to wake up and be pulled into his destiny, right? And of course, in the end of the movie, once they find each other again, they decide that they're going to be reincarnated into another life so that they can go through it again and maybe, actually end up together for the rest of that particular incarnation. So I just wanted to share that real quick, guys. I just absolutely love this depiction of the twin flame story, and I never actually realized it before. And there's so much symbolism in that movie. If you actually watch the movie, there are a lot of candles, a lot of lighting. There's a couple of scenes where you see like two candles specifically in the same area. So I just found that very very interesting and wanted to share. So definitely let me know your thoughts, in the comments, or if there are any other movies that's, specifically strike you as a message that can be learned, to the connection, or to the collective. Sorry, I need to go check on my daughter, but I did want to just do this real quick. Again, if this helped you, please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.